Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to WCS Paddle Sports TV. Seth here. Just wanted to take a second to apologize for the lack of on-the-water videos lately. A few weeks ago I had a little incident while I was doing some whitewater paddling, and I kind of busted my face open basically and had a little gash there, and haven't been able to get on the water as much lately as I want to, or at all. We'll be getting back on the water pretty soon here. I'm mostly healed up. For the time being, I did want to make a video today about something that's really important for safety, which is having the right PFD. There are a lot of different kinds of PFDs, whether you're talking about a type or a style or a brand. The market's flooded with them these days, and so today I'm going to cover some important differences between PFDs to make sure that you can find the right one for you. PFDs we're going to cover today are those most commonly used for paddle sports. There are a whole lot of other kinds of PFDs that we aren't going to go over out here, but mainly we're focused on paddle sports here, so that's what we're going to kind of go over today. First PFD we're going to look at here is the Stalkless Fisherman. This is a Type 3 PFD, which basically means it's your kind of standard recreational PFD for canoeing and kayaking. What generally differentiates a fishing PFD from another standard Type 3 would be they usually have some kind of features, usually pockets, that make it more convenient for a fisherman. In this case, I really love the fisherman's pockets in the front. They fold down, which is really convenient. It's kind of like a little workspace when you're out on the water. And the back on this PFD is what's called a high back, obviously, because most of the flotation is high up on the back. The only thing you got to be mindful of here is the seat on your kayak, and making sure that high back isn't going to interfere and be uncomfortable. The next kind of PFD we're going to take a look at here is really just kind of standard recreational thin back PFD. And so a thin back is exactly what it sounds like. There's not a lot of flotation on the back of the PFD, so more of the flotation is allocated to the front, and this has really become a popular style of PFD over the last few years as the seats on kayaks have become bigger and more comfortable. That way you don't have a bunch of flotation interfering with the comfort of the seat. Another kind of PFD that's become really popular recently is the Inflatable PFD. This specific one is a Hobie Inflatable PFD, and they've really gained popularity as the seats in kayaks have gotten upgraded because they don't have like anything on the back. So these things are super comfortable. You just sit down in the seat. They basically just drape over your shoulders and you barely notice that they're there. This particular one is a manually inflating PFD, so you'll see that kind of knob there hanging down. There are also automatically inflating PFDs that inflate basically when exposed to high pressure underwater. This next PFD is the Stalkless Rocker. This style of PFD was originally made for freestyle whitewater kayakers. Basically, it's pretty minimal flotation, enough to keep you safe in whitewater, but also gives you a lot of freedom of motion in your shoulders, which is really important for guys who are doing tricks in whitewater boats. That freedom of motion has made this style of PFD also very popular with dinghy sailors and with sea kayakers, and really a lot of other types of recreation where people need to be free to move their arms around a lot comfortably. Next up, we've got women's specific PFDs. Basically, the main differentiator on a women's specific PFD is that there's extra room in the chest. This specific PFD is the Stalkless Betsy. If you were classifying it otherwise, it's kind of just your standard recreational PFD. It's not a high back, it's not a thin back. It's pretty standard there. So these would be pretty common if you're just using like an old style clip-in seat kayak. Final kind of PFD we're going to look at is a rescue PFD. This one specifically is the NRS Zen. It is a whitewater rescue PFD. These are also commonly used in sea kayaking. Basically, they're just really high flotation and have a lot of connections and attachments to make it easy to save someone or to be saved in high-risk situations. All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in to WCS Paddle Sports YouTube channel. If you enjoyed the video, please give us a like and subscribe. If you have any other questions about PFDs, feel free to shoot us an email at kayaks@westcoastsailing.net or just comment below. I'd be happy to get back to you and help you out where I can. Thanks again for tuning in. Have a good one.